All right, everybody, we're going to read from John chapter 12, pick up in verse 7. This is very interesting. This exchange is very interesting because today we have a situation where people are focused on helping the poor and doing good works and performing good works and being merciful and charitable. But in the grand scheme of things, they turn their back on God and are willing to compromise God and turn their back on God as far as what they're willing to accept. People are willing to vote for a particular politician who supports godless policies, godless practices. But people who are Christians will vote for this person because they say, well, this person is going to help the poor. Okay, so Christ being Christ-like and uplifting God and being salt and light to the culture is more important than helping the poor. You can help the poor outside of voting for policies that go against God. Social issues, things of that nature. You want to vote for a person who's decidedly anti-God, anti-Christian, because in your mind, this person helps the poor and the downtrodden. So listen to this exchange. So, John chapter 12, and we're going to pick up in verse 3. Then took Mary a pound of ointment of spikenard, very costly, and anointed the feet of Jesus, and wiped his feet with her hair. And the house was filled with the odor of the ointment. Then saith one of his disciples, Judas Iscariot, Simon's son, which should betray him, Why was not this ointment sold for 300 pence and given to the poor? This he said, not that he cared for the poor, but because he was a thief and had the bag and bare what was put therein. So he was a thief stealing from the bag. Then Jesus said, let her alone. Against the day of my burying has she kept this. For the poor always ye have with you, but me ye have not always. Now, what Jesus is saying, he's not saying don't help the poor. No, you're supposed to help the poor. You're supposed to be Christ-like and put others before yourself and give and not receive. Be like Christ. But look at Judas and where his heart was. He wasn't concerned for the poor. He was focused on that money could have gone in that bag and he could have had access to it because he was a thief. But this is the lesson we can take from this. Do not think that helping the poor or voting for a politician who's going to give, I don't know, medicine or health care or food stamps or whatever it's going to be, and he promises to help the poor. Don't vote for this individual based on that when this person is decidedly anti-God when it comes to things like, family matters and abortion and marriage rights and things of that nature. Are they hostile to the biblical principles that we're supposed to be following? Listen to this individual and his heart and his position towards God, because otherwise you will be putting people in positions of power who make policy and change laws and make laws that are anti-God. So thus you're contaminating the society and turning the society against God with your vote or with your support or with your money or with your donations, because you want to put social issues or social justice before following God. Now that's what we can take out of this. Again, help the poor, pray for the poor, reach in your own pocket. Volunteer, help the needy, be Christ-like by all means, but do not think that you can vote for a person who's anti-God and put this person's so-called help for the poor or understanding of the needy before your responsibility as a Christian. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Give me some comments if you have some. I would like to hear from you. Be blessed.